Now let's get into it. Welcome back, Paul.
Okay.
So I assume we'll go to chats first.
The background is so airy. Look at this. Eerie. I don't like it. These games are really well made, which actually make me kind of... They get my anxiety up.
Ruby, if you're done being okay. Ruby, I tried to call, but you're not picking up. Listen, there's something about Stone Creek you should know. I need you to hold on to something important, too. This is my last message. I'm leaving you a package at the Stone Creek Citizen drop point. Get it as soon as you can. All the answers are in there. This isn't goodbye. No. For now, just look into this, yeah? For me? Rook, you got the phone? I can see that you're online. If you're done being nosy, we've got some work to do. I wasn't being nosy. Hey, who are you calling Rook? Hang on, what's happening? Hey, who are you calling Rook? It's not personal. Just what we call all the new hires. You're actually Rook number 3, but it's useless to specify when it's just the two of us. This is Ruby Myers, reporter for the Stone Creek Citizen. Or as you might know from your daily coffee runs, double ristretto on the rocks. Don't tell our editor, but we'll be working on an assignment of our own. Not like I get assigned anything important. I'm listening. What's the scoop? Won't we get in trouble? I'm listening. What's the scoop? Straight to the point. We might just get along. If you paid attention to the news cycle, you know that things aren't going well for Stone Creek. Other than the mess of the whole resort town fiasco, people are going missing at an alarming rate. No one's doing anything to investigate this. I don't see a reason why we can't go to the editor with this. What about the sheriff's department? Is there a pattern of victims? What about the sheriff's department? Ha, the town council has the department under their thumb. They divert resources where they see fit. These days, to dispatch peaceful protests, the disappearances are not a priority to them. I have a source, Paul Castillo, a huge mystery and history buff. Really knows his way around town and its people. Very useful when it comes to my stories. People tend to underestimate him because of his demeanor, but he's got good instincts. So he's pretty popular. How does this guy operate? What do you mean, his demeanor? What's Paul like? How do I answer this? Unpredictable. It's Paul's default setting. He's skittish and excitable. To most people, he seems unhinged, and that makes it easier to write him off. but that doesn't make him untrustworthy. So he's pretty popular. How does this guy operate? With a knack for information and surprisingly intense research. Makes him great at finding connections and predicting patterns. He's also connected with the local community, got some real town spirit. So he's pretty popular. He's pretty secretive, keeps to himself most of the time. Does a lot of writing though. I guess that's the only thing we have in common. Why is he important to the story? I'm not sure I trust him. Oh, it's your call. Why is he important to the story? Paul came to me about this case earlier, but he didn't have anything concrete until now. Was en route to track him when I got word that his phone was sent to our office. The same one you're using now. Paul watches his back intensely. It doesn't add up. Do you think he might be missing? Are you sure this isn't typical behavior for him? That explains why there's so little on here. Do you think he might be missing? I'm trying to keep faith that he knows what he's doing still. I don't know if it's a warning or if it's some experimental form of communication. That device is our only connection to him, and the answers we need. This is where you come in. Does this mean I get to go outside? Then let's find him. Wouldn't this be easier if you did this yourself? Well, let's find him. Alright then, you're up. Have you had a chance to look over his phone yet? It won't be what you expect. The thing functions differently than most. Like I said, Paul's careful. I had to use it once and almost smashed it out of frustration. I'm gonna take a look at it right quick. Media. There's no photos. There's one video.
Hey Ruby, this video may come as a surprise or not. I know we've had our differences, but that's why I respect you. It's time I tell you something. Again, it needs believing, but more importantly, it needs stopping. The town is changing. You and I can feel it. But it's an outside influence. The people are turning. The phone is locked. You might need to tinker to get into it, but you're gonna need it. I know it's not much, but I hope with whatever's inside it, it will guide you to the truth. Atlas is used to get around Stone Creek. It shows what it has to offer. It's a map app, blah blah blah, you know how it works. But my version is more. I've locked some of the phone's contents within these grey pins. To unlock them, you need to find the correct notes. As you're navigating through the phone, you might see this icon appear on the bottom of the screen. Tap on it and it will capture whatever you are currently viewing as a note. Upload the correct note to the correct grey pin and more of the phone will open up to you. Use this to guide you through. That's all I can say for now. I hope the phone gets to you safely, and I'm counting on you to get to the truth. You need to do this. Not for me, but for Stone Creek.
I've locked this phone's content in conjunction with Atlas. This is how you unravel it. Okay, nothing else there. Miratech HR, Paul Castillo, February 25th, 2021. Urgent lockdown pass. All employees. In accordance to the mayor's announcement on the recent lockdown restrictions to curb the rising cases of missing persons, the following procedures are now in effect. A curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. has been enforced. All business will need to cease operations unless exempted by the town's emergency task force. Traveling will be heavily regulated, only allowing for the procurement of essential needs or tending to emergencies subject to the decision of local law enforcement. Recreation activities are only allowed at the approved facilities, namely all those under the Briar Development Company. Miratech employees have been granted exemption from these restrictions, provided they show their passes to the relevant authorities when asked. Your lockdown pass is attached below. Image file, Paul Castillo, Miratech, ID 3108S, photo. Do I need to write that down? All I have in my phone is Ruby?
That's weird.
Stone Creek citizen. A tough crowd protesters organized a sit-in at the mayor's ribbon-cutting ceremony. Ruby Myers, journalist, it was meant to be a momentous occasion filled with fanfare and celebration. Today, the audience in attendance inspired silence.
A sit-in?
Missing, Josie Barton, Glenn Polachek, journalist, opinion, the unseen of Stone Creek, Lee Akana, guest writer. Have something for us, drop us a tip. You work fast, Rook. Knew I came to the right person. This is it. Paul, what did you get yourself into? Things are about to shake up in Stone Creek, that's for sure. He mentioned using Atlas. Sounds like, oh, this was meant for you. He mentioned using Atlas. Paul kept his investigation on his phone. Unlocking it is our priority. Atlas is his tool of choice. He explained it well in the video. Think you can manage it, Rook? I could give you some pointers if you need a nudge. Atlas has failed to sync and phone content is partially locked. Please begin uploading notes to restore them. Stone Creek Citizen Headquarters. Last sync, March 23rd, 2021. Care Bear. Beldam Fountain. Sometimes I come out here and listen to podcasts and read my book. Nothing scares me. Love this part of town. This is Snowy Bot. Love this part of town. It holds a lot of memories for me as I had my quinceanera here a couple years back. Never change. I totally remember that birthday party. The whole town was there to celebrate it. How does one inquire to rent the place for functions? Lizard brain. Okay, hear me out. I was taking some pictures from my scrapbook and my phone bricked and restarted itself. I found this in the gallery when I checked. There's no way this is the Beldam, right? Okay, that's creepy. Rumor has it that one of the people that went missing was last seen at the fountain. Who was it? I can't remember. Sorry, my friend told me about it, but I wasn't paying attention. Dorothy the Bard. Beyond excited to visit the new downtown. I'm about to do some major damage. Y'all going feral. Maybe we should start having massive parties downtown so those old farts know how to run a town. Missing Moon. Definitely a cool historical site. Worst logistic company ever. They lost my parcel multiple times and it's the only one we have here in town. I don't understand how one can be so incompetent. My parcel hasn't arrived and it's already been a month. Please fix this soon. I wanted to wear my dress for my birthday, but I guess it's next year's outfit if it arrives. Hi there, we're sorry to hear about your issue. Please email us your details and we will get back to you ASAP. Stop with the lies. I don't understand. How are you guys still operating? Apostle, important question. Are the crop circles man-made or alien stuff? They're 100% real. Great-great-grandfather Abernathy woke up to some strange noise and blinding lights outside, and there they appeared. I knew it. So do they aliens come back every so often to trim and maintain their work? It's like mode perfectly the different times I visited. Can we go back to simpler times where the scariest thing would be someone thinking they saw the Beldam around? I'd give anything to see her even once. Town legend. I think that would just scare more people, especially the newbies. Too bad they're trying to erase her from history. I don't even know what they're talking about. This town is losing its character and everything that makes it special. Of course people are upset. We should riot. Some creature that just keeps getting sighted. Here it is again. We checked when we closed today. It wasn't there. So I went to pick up my drink after work and I saw this new addition to the graffiti. Is this Beldam one new? Huh, weird. Miracle Water Assembly. Previously the home of the Beldam, in 1873 the property was bought and converted into a place of refuge during the war. Today it stands as a church so it may continue to heal broken spirits. DeCosta Community Center, stoking the fires of community pride and fostering bonds since 1952. Stone Creek Historical Society. A promise to the local history and heritage of Stone Creek, filled with exhibitions and stories of our town's endless journey. Stone Creek Library, fostering a lifelong of learning to the community by ensuring access to a vast array of ideas and information. Abernathy Farms, feeding Stone Creek circa 1924. Stock up some fresh produce or visit our infamous crop circles. Mirror Technologies, pioneers of data, a staple to the new Stone Creek, were one step ahead of what the future needs. Craner Peak Lighthouse, a constant light to rival the moon in the night sky. The Craner Peak Lighthouse has been functioning since it was built in 1898, unwavering in its responsibility to guide all Sioux and all beings safely to Stone Creek. The Richardson House, what was once the original settlement of Stone Creek, is now the helm of our town, a reminder of where we started, so those we trust to build our town will continue its mission and light the way for generations to come. Beldam Fountain, to the Beldam of Stone Creek, may this offering still your breath. Brewster's Coffee House, brewing good days since 2002. Come on down and experience the signature Stone Creek welcome, spoken with a smile or served in a warm cup. Sunny Express Warehouse, bought over by the Briar Development Company, breaking new ground to luxury housing in July 2023. Visit our showroom at the Stone Creek Town Square and secure your paradise now. A little help would be nice. All you have to do is scan and upload the correct note from the device's last known location. Since his phone is with you at the Stone Creek Citizen, it must be something there. Our paper site could be of use. Tell me once you find something related to his investigation. In the meantime, I'm going to check an old meetup point Paul and I used previously, just to cover all my bases. Okay. So, I'm supposed to use the note. Okay, that's not it. I just tried all the places. I think you might have to do this in order. I don't know. If so, wonder if I have to find it in the feed. Okay, go back. Back. A call to action to ask the citizens of Stone Creek to submit anonymous tips. This is how the paper rallies the voices. I unlocked something. I'm getting somewhere. Whoa! I unlocked a lot of people.
Yes.
Ruby, I know you don't want me to bring this up, but I have to. I know what you are going to say. The answer is no. Why? That woman is suffering right now. All she needs is someone, anyone to listen to her. Reach out. I can't risk my reputation for that. Besides, small stories like these don't do much for my quota. I already worked things out with her. I know her story sounds crazy, but her pain sounds real. And it's not like I need you to validate her or anything. Just let her story be out there. Why can't you do it? Your blog is perfect place for that kind of thing. I can, but I think she needs a more legit platform. Otherwise, people will just think she's crazy. She is crazy. Wow. What's your problem? I am just calling it as it is. If I gave her a pass, then what? Anyone can just come up to me and just say whatever they want. I know you. You can't stop yourself from helping everyone, but we can't help everyone. I am not in the business of helping people. Your stories affect people, whether you like it or not. They don't call you the best journalist in Stone Creek for nothing. Stop. I'm sorry, but we've been through this. My stories are just stories. When they are done, they are done. If people want to use it as a beacon of hope or whatever, so be it. It just distracts me from my next gig. At least do it for me. For all you know, it could lead to something big. Think of this as another hunch of mine. And you know my hunches. Fine, I will at least talk to her, but no promises, okay? That's good enough for me. Elise. Who's Elise? Hi, sorry, is this Elise? I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about the case you reported about your son. Are you an officer from the sheriff's office? I didn't think anyone from the station believed me. You have no idea how relieved I am to hear from someone. No, actually, my name is Paul Castillo. Think of me as a private investigator of sorts. What? I don't understand. Why would you be interested in helping me find my son? I've been following the other disappearances in Stone Creek. The others are nothing like yours. You said everyone else forgot him. George? George, yes, George. That's his name. It's getting so hard to remember. My sweet boy, oh. You won't just tell me I'm crazy, will you? I can't do this again if you're just going to tell me he doesn't exist. That's not my place to say. What you're going through is unimaginable. I want to help you, Elise, and I want to understand. I don't know. How about I give you a call and you tell me about George? I'll listen. It might help you hold on to the memory of him. That sounds okay. Let's do it. Jeff. Who is Jeff? Hey, Paul. Sorry to bug you, but I know you're off for a while. I need your help with something. No worries. What's up? The boss is asking me to take over some of your work, and I can handle the most part, but I need that image replacement script you were working on. I just need to have a look at it. He's having you redo the whole thing? God dang it. I have an agreement with him. Until he upholds it, I am afraid it stays with me. Sorry, Jeff, but I can't help you with that. Come on, man. I've been working a few late nights to redo it, but I just can't figure out how it works. I've been starting the images manually, and the script would speed things up. Like I said, I can't. Sorry. It's worth a try. Take care, man. Hope you find what you're looking for. Hey, Jeff, I heard that you've been working lots of late nights recently. Just want to check on you. Everything okay over there? I'm not saying I can help you, but I just think that you don't deserve to be pushed like that. You can negotiate for better deadlines. If you're reading this, can you just respond? Seems like he didn't respond. Okay, here we are. I was taking some pictures for my scrapbook and my phone breaches. Okay, What's this? This website is locked due to suspicious activity. If you are the owner of this domain, please log in to regain access. Enter your email address to proceed. An unauthorized tampering or entry is prohibited. Please call our helpline if you are facing difficulties to log in. What was his email? Oh, there's more emails. Possible experience of the Beldam. Good day, Paul. I've been a fan of your blog for a while. Reading it always makes me remember Stone Creek's rich folklore. I have something to contribute, but your site seems to be down at the moment, so I thought why not just send an email. So here goes. Over the past few weeks, I started to notice something strange. There were these weird carvings around my house. While trying to patch them up, I often find small toy cars near them, tucked away under my bed at the corner of drawers, stuck between stepping stones on my porch. When I see these toys, I can't help but feel that there's something missing, something important. I tried very hard to recall any events leading up to these findings, and the earliest memory I have was me cleaning the bathtub from dirty water. Not just any water, but water from the lake. I know its color, its smell. I used to swim there a lot when I was a kid. I thought I was experiencing some sort of memory loss, but trips to the doctors turns up nothing. Since it was lake water, I suspect perhaps I had an encounter with the Beldam, and I somehow blocked it off. You are the expert of this matter, so I am hoping that my story is something that you might find interesting. If there is anything else you wish to know, please do. I am also open to meeting up if that is something you're interested in. Once again, I appreciate what you're doing for the town. Thank you. Call to action, last resort, Storm Cloud Square, steal their thunder. The DaCosta Community Center Committee is organizing a peaceful sit-in protest at Cloud Square, previously Stone Creek Square. Join us against Stone Creek's remodel as a resort town, lobby the town council, and demand for affordable housing, initiatives to support local businesses, and improvements for community infrastructures and facilities. When 1 p.m. at March 12th, Saturday, where Cloud Square, bringing your own signs is highly encouraged. Best DeCosta Community Center. Okay, what's his email? Paul Castillo at tmail.web. Paul Castillo at tmail.web. Answer the security questions. Complete the pattern below. Hint: a mark left on Abernathy Farms. What? Any unauthorized tampering or entry is prohibited. Please call our helpline for 52. Please log in. A mark left on Abernathy Farms.
Why not search on the maps? What the?
Why did it close out of the game?
Huh.
Hang on a minute.
Computer's being difficult.
Seriously? It didn't save?
Hey Ruby, this
Okay, then show me what you got. Tell me once you find something related to his investigation. In the meantime, I'm going to check an old meetup point Paul and I used previously, just to cover all the bases. Is it 1924?
Try that, I guess. One and then drag to 9. It's a drag on table.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 19.
No? This. So go to 1, drag it down like to there, the middle, and then go no down onto and then down here.
Please don't crash. Sightings of the Beldam around Stone Creek on the Atlas feed.
Picture recognition. Did you see any of these pictures, I guess, or something?
Stay strange, Stone Creek. Stone Creek is rich with history and legends that are equal parts weird and wonderful. Join me as I document them. Till next time, PC. The Beldam lived beside the lake, her home surrounded with lush trees and plump animals, like the Scottish village of... I cannot pronounce that. And its infamous Loch Ness monster. Stone Creek is home to a legend that transcends the place itself. The Beldam, a witch who wreaked havoc over Stone Creek and vowed to return in death. Most of us know her through the old rhyme. When you feel lost and all is bleak, beware the Beldam of Stone Creek. Lighten up, don't make a frown, otherwise like her you will drown. But have you heard of the full story? This is the legend of the Beldam, a blessing and a curse. When Stone Creek was first settled, the people struggled to make it a livable place. The quality of the soil was too poor to maintain any crops, and the wildlife was scarce for hunting. Their only saving grace was the lake nearby and the mysterious woman who lived next to it. The beldam, desperate, they turned to her for help, and she complied, giving them a pouch of seeds in return for the promise of a place in Stone Creek when it was ready. The blessing. Months passed and the town thrived, and the seeds she provided survived the soil and quickly grew. Stone Creek had everything it needed: food, water, shelter. But just as things were taking a turn for the better, an illness spread through town. Many experienced terrible fevers, tremors, and hallucinations. None could identify the cause until some reported seeing visions of the beldam before their demise, luring them to hell itself. The curse. The beldam's true intentions were to claim Stone Creek for her own. She wanted them to succeed so she could return to feed off of the town. But the townsfolk resisted, and they marched towards her home to end her cycle of torment. In the calm waters of the lake, they drowned her, held her limbs, her body, and her head until she no longer fought. Before she died, she cursed the town with the promise they made her. The beldam will always have a place in Stone Creek, and she will never leave. To this day, her legend and her spirit dwell, waiting to return their actions tenfold. Copyright owned by Paul Castillo. Feel free to share, but ask my permission if you want to use anything written here. Treasures at Thrasher Lake. The name Treasure Lake belies what is hidden beneath these murky waters. Treasure Lake was meant to be the one place in Stone Creek where the strange couldn't touch. While visitors might think it the perfect spot for souvenirs, locals see the trinkets washed ashore for what they are: bait. The truth is, Treasure Lake is a trap, a different name from a different time. Those who grew up here knew it by a different name: Thrasher Lake, the final resting place of the beldam, for it to claim the life of a figure so wicked. It's no wonder these waters are haunted. Treasure isn't the only thing you'll find on its shores. Now and many times in the past, there were bodies. The first one documented was the drowned remains of Magdalena Woods. She was a member of the founding families of Stone Creek and a rumored friend of the beldam. It's said that she was present at the execution and tried to put an end to it, but failed. Many thought she ran away after the event, afraid her family might retaliate her actions, but they should know when Magdalena stood against her own kin, she wasn't one to run. Though valiant, Wood's actions could not contain the beldam's wrath. She became a sacrifice the witch offered to enact her curse, shredding her last ties to humanity. Since then, the beldam is determined for others to suffer the same fate she was dealt. A handful of people have managed to survive drowning at Treasure Lake. From the pieces I could find, this is their experience. Something tightens around your ankle, your body relaxes, and you float down into the depths of the water. A drowning. It starts with a struggle, a thrashing sound so violent that you can't help but search until you find it. A woman at the far end of the lake drowning. You feel compelled to do something and you jump in. It doesn't matter how heavy your body feels or that your lungs start to burn, and don't turn back. You feel so tired you don't even realize that hands tightening around your ankles, dragging you down. Only the lucky ones who manage to break out of the trance survive. So if you ever find yourself wandering the shores of Treasure Lake, you'd be wise to trust the voice that tells you to run. Otherwise, you might find yourself tempted to enter its murky waters, and you might not come back. Antler Beast. elm beads, straight. I'm just gonna look and see if there's any clues. Ruby Persephone has gone into hiding. To reach them, you'll need to find a token to return a promise in Stone Creek. Don't worry, I have it here on my blog. It's something rare, but you can find it growing in Stone Creek. People in the past used to think it would bring them luck. Now, not so much. With a mod like yours, you can find it easy, Paul.
Buy me a bagel. Wow.
Okay.
What, are we looking for paranormal stuff or something?
Did it pause? Or are
Yeah,
we
sounds
just
like it.
looking for something?
Something should happen.
Oh, it did stop.
It's gotta be him. Went missing 4 days ago, spotted by some kids wandering around the riverbank 2 days ago, and now he's here? What the hell are you doing here? Damn it!
Talking.
What are you up to?
The warehouse encounter. Is this what happens to everyone that disappeared? Just what the heck are we dealing with here? Do you recognize that man in the video? I've never seen anything like this before. What the hell is happening here? No, he doesn't look like anyone I've had to rough up or fluff. Luckily, we know someone who might. Paul had to have information about this man somewhere. How else did he find him? You know Paul, any ideas where he'd hide them? Is he the type to document everything? Ditto, especially when he's on the trail. If I remember correctly, he uploads it privately online too. His blog, Stone Creek Files. He might not have posted about it yet, but I'm willing to bet his investigation notes are on there. Fingers crossed the website won't be down. Why did he start the blog? What kind of content does Paul post? Let me guess, it gets reported for spam. What kind of content does Paul post? It used to be filled with his adventures, sped up footage of stakeouts, play-by-play of encounters, the standard stuff. Shame he's had to filter it out to keep the website afloat. Now it's a shrine to local myths and legends. Hopefully more info about that freaky video too. What was he trying to prove? I think he does it more for the experience than trying to prove a point. Right, why don't you try to access Paul's blog while I search that warehouse? I recognize it from the video. Paul left me a clue at our touch point too. It's in downtown Stone Creek. Ruby, you can't go alone. Excuse me, did you see what happened to that other guy? I don't know about this. Excuse me, do you see what happened to the other guy? Oh, Rook, it's going to take more than that to scare me. We won't get anywhere without some risks. Just tell me when you I was reading that. Well, that's the demo. You have reached the end of the demo for Simulacra 3. Thank you for playing. We hope you enjoyed your gaming experience. This build does not represent the final version of launch contents. You are still subject to change. Join our Discord server for more updates, and do not forget to wishlist on Steam. Back to main menu. Thank you for watching Simulacra 3 demo.
Yes.
That was fun.